amazing, everything. So put all that in together and you get 3 points. So the most important thing now is the recovery for the next game. But I think from all supporters now, please just enjoy it.
Well, and the other thing on that was, we were talking off air, weren't we, in the office we were having a coffee, that one of the aims of this World Cup and the Australian head coach has been to create moments. That was their main aim. That was their first aim. Look, everything else might come with it. They might qualify, they might not. But about creating moments. They had a moment in the first game with the goal against France. They've had several moments here.
Yeah, I mean, that was, you mentioned the first moment was the goal. That was a snippet. And it was more than just creating a goal or a moment that people were celebrating about. It was about that sort of performance, determination, showing that Australia can win a game again back at the World Cup. Our record at World Cups for winning games has been pretty poor, let's be honest. So to do that today and keep a clean sheet was phenomenal. And that's exactly what he was looking for, and that's what he was crying out for, and that was what he was talking about publicly, and we were desperate to see it, and today was phenomenal.
You think there's so many individual performances within that team effort today, Mark?
Yeah.
Like, what, a man mountain, a warrior. And it's like it was rubbing off on everyone around him that they had to go that beyond actually their job and helping your teammate all the time.
Very much so, and we talked about the way that Moy played, how he performed, but we also talked about Harry Suter.
Yeah.
And I mentioned before 11 players. It's actually not 11 players. It's actually the entire squad, because the entire squad actually played a massive part. I've been there every day at their training sessions, spoken to most of the players, if not all of them, the staff. Is a real family, and it's a real determination to do something special, put Australian football back on the map.
Well, you could see that, couldn't you, with Martin Boyle in the middle there, or all the subs going over as well to see the fans. You could see it. It's not just the players that have played.
It's just a squad game, and that's what it's all about. And the hardest thing for a manager is not the 11 that's playing, it's keeping the not playing happy. And once you've got that team spirit all out, and you can see out there, they're all in this together.
Yeah.
The other thing as well, this is prime time in Australia.
Yeah.
This is it kicks off at 9 o'clock in the evening, Australian time.
Saturday night, 9 o'clock. And again, it's just about the response from the public in Australia. The die-hard football fans obviously will be relishing this and absolutely soaking it up. Then there's the greater community that really are getting pulled into football. And it just goes to show you the pressure that is on Graham Arnold, has been on him. He's had so many critics throughout his journey. Some would say some of it was self-inflicted, others, and
there've been tough parts as well.
Well, I think I mentioned it earlier on in the qualification.
Tim Cahill?
16 out of their 20 games were away from home to qualify for this World Cup. They went on a World Cup running wins of 11 games in a row, 12 wins in a row, which is phenomenal and can't be underestimated. Players like Harry Suter, that's his third 90-minute game of football since his ACL return. So we were up against it. Aiden Ristich, for me, is the best player we've got. Only played today. He's been out injured. So there's so many obstacles that you have to overcome. But the boys put in an unbelievable shift today.
Graham Arnold looked so drained there, as if he'd played himself. And actually, watching him in the technical area, because obviously we're here and we're very lucky to be able to keep our eyes on everything that's going on. Graham Arnold kicked every single ball and tried to win every header and every tackle.
Because you don't have any control, do you? Once you send your players across that line, but that's what you absolutely love about a World Cup. Seeing the result that your team managed to get today, Mark, the emotions that go with it, and then you actually have to then go back to the hotel, bring yourself back down because you have to go straight again.
Yeah, you do. The hard thing about football is enjoying those moments, because you're here in the stadium, you know what it's all like. You enjoy it, but you know it's not even the job done. It's just the beginning of it. Hopefully.
Oh, you've got to enjoy that.
No, that's so hard.
Yeah.
Supporters will enjoy it.
Yes.
You do, but tomorrow it's already
thinking about the next game.
You're straight into, as soon as you get back to that hotel, it's recovery, because you need to get into optimal performance to go again and deliver again.
You three are so professional, aren't you? Straight miserable. All I'm thinking is, right,
the manager will say, unbelievable, absolutely phenomenal, but it's not a job done.
Yeah.
And now, first thing you think about is recovery. Prepare for the next match.
Let's hear from the goal scorer. Here are the thoughts of Mitchell Duke post-match.
Mitchell Duke, you've just scored the winner in a World Cup finals match. How do you feel?
No words. I'm going to start crying because it's such a big moment. For me and my family, my supporters, it's the best feeling in the world, but I'm trying not to get too caught up in it because the job's not done yet. We've got one more game to win and get out of the group.
Describe the emotions to me when you saw the ball nestle in the back of the net.
honestly, the best moment of my life, up to date, in my football career. There's no words, mate. I'm just so happy and proud of the boys. We made so many sacrifices to get here. It's the best feeling in the world.
And what about for the group? Obviously, you bounced back so strongly after that France game. What does this mean for the belief and the confidence of the group on the whole?
Mate, honestly, I'll go to war with these boys. A huge shift by the lads, keeping the clean sheet, getting the result. We fought to the end. Everyone gave 110%, and that's all you could ask. Showed that Aussie spirit, and we got the result.
One more to go now. How are you feeling about Denmark?
Yeah, confidence, mate. That's why I said we'll try not to get too caught up in the emotion now. We've got one more job to go, and time to make some more history for Australia.
Congratulations on today.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Well, disappointingly, he proved your point, didn't he? And, got to focus on the next one. Let's look at his goal again, Ian, because there's so much to admire in it, isn't there?
To find his place, to get back into place and adjust to make that header was incredible.
That's his son Jackson at the end with the thumbs up to his dad as they do the same celebration. And going into this World Cup and maybe even into this game, there was huge debate about who should start up front for Australia as well. So, I mean, it was almost a release of pressure for Duke as well.
There was, and I think in the first game there was a slight disappointment that we didn't do more holding the ball up to try and alleviate some of the pressure. Look, he's against phenomenal players. It's tough. So there was a question mark as to whether or not he'd make a change, whether Jamie McLaren would come in. He's been in top form in the A-League, scored 8 goals in 6 games already. So there was a threat. But we saw there when he came on, he's a different player. He's a completely different player than Mitchell Duke. And today Mitchell Duke showed why he's in that starting 11, why Graham Arnold believes in him.
Let's see if the head coach has got any energy for his post-match interview. Here's Graham Arnold.
Graham Arnold, Australia's first World Cup finals match win in more than a decade. How do you feel?
Yeah, look, I'm just hugely proud of the boys. They showed that great fighting Aussie spirit tonight. We're in their faces all the time, and I just expect that we made the nation very proud.
I'm sure you did. The very physical nature of the game, do you think that suited the Australian boys?
Yeah, but look, the other night we played against, current world champions, and the boys had the same effort level. The effort level was incredible. And again, when the doubters hate us, bring it on.
The round of 16 is within view now. What sort of confidence and belief does this give to the squad ahead of the last game?
Mate, huge. Like I said to the boys after the first game, it was the best friendly we could have had against France, because you make a small mistake, you get punished. And a lot of those mistakes were removed tonight. And again, I couldn't be prouder of the boys. Incredible effort. And the Australian fans here, great support. And now we move forward. But as I said to the boys, yes, we've achieved one win. It's nothing. We've got more to do.
Just finally, this was on prime time back home. Could you feel the support of the fans and the supporters back in Australia?
100%. I can feel all my mates at the Saki in Roselle cheering and drinking those beers.
Well, I'm sure they'll enjoy them. Congratulations, Graham Arnold.
Thank you.
Where's that?
It's a little bit out west of Sydney, yeah. It's probably not one of your places that you visit.
Not quite sure how to take that, really. I mean, and there's Rennie Merlucine, one of Arnold's assistants as well. For the great goal that they scored in the second half, how resolute they were. I can't think why Danny in commentary...
Out danger. And look, going once again, Mark.
The thing is about as well, after the France game, there was some disappointment about Rolls and Souttar's defending from wide areas, from balls into the box. Today, they're on a different level. Today, they performed like we kind of expected for them to. Obviously, before he got injured, there was so much talk about him moving on and going to a Premier League side. And I've got no doubt he will be snapped up because he's such a good player. And he's a great guy to have around the group as well, and a great pro.
This is doing all the ugly stuff.
Yeah.
This is the hard work when your legs are tired, maybe your head's fatigued as well. But it's just making sure nothing is going to go against you.
Aaron Moy, yes, because of COVID and trying to get away from the club, and then used him in the World Cup qualifiers. He was so important to us. Got through 90 minutes, actually 120 minutes. He was sensational, and here now put in another unbelievable performance.
That's sort of the hard stuff as a coach. You don't teach that. It's not analysis.
No.
It's all about what is coming from in here.
we're going to have to leave it there. There comes a point where we have to stop celebrating Australian sport.
Are you sure?
Yeah, just for now. Ian, Alex, Mark, thank you very much. FA Cup on the way. Kings Lynn versus Stevenage, first of all, and then World Cup highlights 10:30 tonight. Bye for now.
Australia know that if they lose here, they will be out of the World Cup. Deflection, Duke. 1-0 Australia. It's the big man who's got it. Laid up right in Sackney, and the block from Suter was outstanding. Bailey and Sackney. Should be 1-1.